Hello, everybody. I made it. I know I'm a few minutes late. Okay. We're doing questions. A single question for $5. You can send money to my PayPal. I would appreciate it. Doing questions today because my compressor on my air conditioner went out and it is 107 today outside. The house is at 87 degrees right now, keeping all the doors and windows closed and shut. Opened everything up early this morning to let some of the cool air in. I've been grabbing people on the list. Let me go through and grab JR and Trend Zone. You're on the list. You made it. Hey, Snow Wolf. And Kelly, I got you on the list. Let me name everybody on the list. If I don't have you on the list, pop another thing at the bottom. Let me go to the list. I have Viviana, Tammy Bambi, Kelly Shockley, Marby, JR Snowwolf, and Trend Zone. So if I didn't name you, let me know. I'm still adding to the list. And it's going to pull up my PayPal account so I can see money see when donations pop in real time. Oh, I don't miss you. Oh, and Cheryl. Cheryl just popped in the room. Or did I miss you? Oh, yeah, Dean is in the background. He's working on lesson plans right now, so he's got to focus on that. And Cheryl. And since Cheryl's the first paid donation, we'll do that. Before I read Cheryl, let me do one for the collective. It is so hot. I've got my remote to my fan above me. I closed my window. I put the extra drape up. It's actually that background scene that I used to have sitting behind me. I've been packing all my cards down. So I'm trying to get my office organized. It's going to take a while. But that's the room I decided to start on first, packing down. And I'm going to disassemble and take my sewing table out and things like that so I can start stacking boxes and just make this a move room. So it'll get picked up and then it'll get cluttered. I'm trying to get the house to the point I can get organized so I can get the house on the market, and then everything's going to go into storage once I get a bunch of it boxed up. Because I'm moving cross country, I'm going to put everything in storage till I find a house. Once I secure a house, then I'll come back and haul everything to the new house. Just a second. Let me grab a tablet. I have a notebook here. I know that one's full. Okay. What is it coming in? I was just writing Cheryl's question down. So if you want a question, $5 donation, appreciate that. Send donations to our staff 989 at the PayPal account that's posted on the top of the screen. If you click on that, it should pop you right into the PayPal. And Gerald. Okay. Let's see. Gerald, did you post a question? For some reason, I'm having problems reading today. Everything looks small. Let's see if I can expand my screen. I don't know why I'm not focusing well today. Trend zone. Yeah, it's going to be hot here for the next week. We're going to be hitting 107, 108. It's right now we're at high humidity because when we get those temperatures, they're also irrigating. And we're up over, this morning we're at 51% humidity, which I know if you look back east, that's nothing, but we don't get high humidity here in the Central Valley. And so people that come from we get a lot of people that move from Arkansas into Central California. And they go, oh, the weather's fantastic. It's hot like it is in Arkansas without the humidity, and people just love the climate here. I personally want to live in the mountains next to a lake. I grew up in Oregon and Washington, so I'm a tree gal. I like the mountains and the trees, but planning to move to Maryland. So, and that's right at the bottom of the Appalachians. It's in the Appalachians area, so a lot of trees and stuff, but it's a different type of forest. So I'm really looking forward to relocating to that area, getting closer to my grandkids. I'll be about 3 hours away from my grandkids, so close enough to visit, but not so much in their backyard. But I'm looking forward to that. I've had 3 different people tell me now I need to pick a move date to get focused on a move date. So I think I've done that now. I haven't locked in totally. I need to consult my calendars and my guides on that one. But I think my focus date is by spring of next year to do the actual move, because I'm not moving across the U.S. during tornado season if I can help it. But I plan on once we get the house sold and the money settled, that cleared, actually putting everything in storage and flying out to that area, looking for a house, renting a car, looking for a house, making a trip over to see my daughter and my grandkids, because I haven't seen them in face to face other than on the internet for 3 years. So I'm really looking forward to seeing my grandkids. My grandson, my youngest grandson, was a baby when they moved, and I was there for his birth, and when he was 3 months old, they moved, and that's the last time I've seen him. But I talk to him all the time on the phone. He is quite a character. He's starting kindergarten this year. Wow! So it's gonna be fun. He's my doppelganger. He's the only grandchild I have that actually looks like me, which is really funny because my daughter's half Native American, and so wouldn't have expected 2 redheads for grandchildren. Well, my son-in-law is full Irish, so that the red hair comes from the Irish-Scottish gene on my side, and then their father is full Irish. So yeah, so I ended up with 2 grandchildren out of 4 with red hair. My second granddaughter looks just like her mother, and my oldest grandson looks just like his father, and then the youngest and the oldest are versions of me. One attitude, and the other one my tomboy personality. He's all boy. So it's funny how the genetic makeup works, but they're each their individual person. And I have the most interesting grandkids. Of course, everybody says that about their grandkids. So, anyways, we're going to do a reading for. I'm feeling much better. I've spent most of the week fighting depression, just feeling really overwhelmed. And I spent all of 8/8 meditating. The veil was thin, talking to my guys, just trying to refocus, get back into focus on what it is I want, what changes I want in my life, and what I need to do to get there. And of course, I always manifest all my destiny. Anybody that follows me, and if you follow Brenda, you'll hear her say that about me. I know exactly what I want, where I'm going. I can see it. And I do. I can see the house I'm buying. I found several of them that are close. And I keep on saying, but it's not on the market yet. It won't be on the market until I get there. And it's going to suddenly be on the market, and I will find that perfect house. I can see it, though. I can see what the property looks like. I can see everything. I'm going to paint the front door a different color, though. I'm going to paint it a color. And it's a white house. It's a Cape Cod style house. I'm looking at a 2-bedroom with a full basement that I can set up my long arm in because I quilt, as some of you know. I've got quilts all around me. Here's one of the ones, as I knock the whole stack of stuff down. Here's one of the ones I got ready to put on my long arm. I've got like 6 quilt tops I need to get my long arm stretched out for. Well, I've got about 9, but I've got 3 or 4 king size ones that I haven't quilted yet. And then I've got a bunch of project ones for my grandkids that I haven't finished. And the boys don't even have their quilts yet. So they're feeling a little left out. My oldest granddaughter has 9 quilts, mind you. It's nice to be the oldest and, 3 years ahead of everybody else. But so she's got an overabundance of them. And then Addie's got several of them, plus quilts for her dolls because she was a doll lover. But the boys' quilts are, one of them's the top's made. The other one, I have to make it. I've got the design laid out, but I haven't got them. I love to design my quilts too. I don't do a lot of quilts out of the books. I design my own quilts as I go, and then I freestyle my long arm. It's all freestyle. So anyways, it's my sort of one of my creative outlets. I also paint and I draw and I cook and I do all kinds of things to express myself creatively. And those are things I haven't been doing in the last few years. In fact, when my husband decided it was time for my long arm to get broke down, didn't ask me. I came home, he had disassembled the whole thing and took the quilt I was working on off from it. Really pissed me off, but so I boxed it all up and I said, okay, well, I hadn't been working on it for a while, so I went with the flow because I don't have any place to really put it up. Put my long arm up. It was in the dining room, which means it's out where everybody can see it all the time. And everything's moved to skewer so I can come work on them. But yeah, that's why I need a basement. I need at least 17 feet in a room to go into my king size quilt when I set up my long arm, because it's 109 inches plus 4 on each side for the long arm frame, just to hold that portion of it. So yeah, 16 to 17 foot room would be nice, because that way I can work on either side of the quilt at any time, and I can actually quilt from either side of my machine. And I do it all manually. I don't have the computerized one where you just program it, press a button, and let it run. I think that's cheating. They look really nice when they're done that way for those who quilt that use them. I don't have the money to buy that machine, so it's an extra $4,000 to buy the computers that go with them. I have too much fun designing them as I go anyways. If you want to see my quilts, I do have a lot of them posted on my Instagram. just click on me and look at my photos, and you can see all the different quilts. I spent the first year of my retirement. I made a quilt a month for the first 12 months I was retired. Crazy. I was knocking out a quilt about every 2 or 3 weeks, from beginning to end, cut, finished, everything. And then I slowed down. But yeah, it's fun to do. So let's run a reading for the collective. I found as I was packing my old original White-or-Right deck. This is the which version of the Universal White Tarot. So that's the box it comes in. It's the deck that has the stars on the navy field with the gold stars on the back. I really like the deck that Autumn and Libby use. That Rider-Waite deck. I haven't used this deck in years and years. So it's sort of fun to find it. I've got, I don't know how many decks I have. I'll count them when I box them up. I'll keep all the ones I use most commonly out. So let's see. What kind of collective energy do we have going for this week? My head's going, oh, not politics. I've been trying to stay as tuned out of politics as possible. I just got political burnout right now. And I'm so sick of hearing about F-45 or A-47 or whatever number he wants to claim innocence, because I don't think he's innocent. Anyways, the underlying card of the deck is the Three of Wands. We're looking for our ships to come in. I think that ships to come in is change, followed by the Queen of Swords. Truth coming out, justice, that feminine energy, that strength, that knowledge, that justice, moving forward, and the Knight of Swords. We're willing to fight for what we believe in, for what we want as a society. So I think that's where we're at. That's about as political as it's going to get, I think. Right in this, coming into the center, we've got the Judgment card. I think that's the temperature of the way people are feeling. There's a lot of judgment going on at what's going on in our administration and how we feel about the different things happening within our society right now. And I think that is all going to come to a head pretty soon. In the center of the reading, as we move forward, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, there's going to be some financial difficulties, but we are going to make it. We're being frugal with our money. We're not spending crazily, things like that. And we will find financial stability. So we do have that. I think as a nation, we've saw this coming and we've been preparing for it little by little, not going crazy. We get the Ace of Swords. We know there's justice and truth coming out, and we're up for that fight. So yes, things are going to come together. I like this 2 aces in the center. Above us, the Hermit card. We are being guided and led in the right direction. We need to continue to have faith that we as a people can stand up for our rights, our beliefs, and get this turned around. We need to get out there and vote that midterm. Vote, vote, vote. Not going to tell you how to vote. Vote your conscience, vote your heart. Vote for the people that stand for what you believe in. Which pretty much is pick a color. I don't think it's red. So right now as a collective, we are the Hangman. This is us watching what's going on, taking new perspective, not letting it overwhelm us, but keeping an eye on the temperature of things as we're moving forward. We're watching our money. We're watching how society's moving. We're watching people flip in their belief systems, believe it or not. And a lot of readers, and I'm one of them, that say when we hit 17% of turning over the mega, when we are left with 17%, that's when you're going to see the shift happen. I don't think it's going to happen before then, but we're pretty darn close to that 17%. And that's 17% of those true mega believers. There's going to be that 17% that will not flip. They will be, kissing the ring, bowing to they're so brainwashed that they will never truly admit he isn't doing the right thing. But once we hit that point, that's when you're going to see all the tables turning. I think it's coming up pretty fast. His numbers are just tanking. Um, we're moving forward with the Page of Cups. This Page of Cups is that messenger. This is telling us to stay connected, stay emotional, know that our needs will be taken as. Some people would call this stinky fish. I don't think it's a stinky fish. Fish is a sign in my readings for abundance. And this is letting us know, this is a message knowing that we can take care of ourselves. We can be frugal. We know how to make abundance for ourselves. That can be from prepping, a few extra groceries every month to helping our neighbors, exchanging our gifts and trades. A haircut for a lawn mow type thing is, as I've heard. I'm not sure which reader I was listening to that said that. And I said, that's great. I do that all the time, and I'm not even a professional hairdresser, but I am really good at haircuts. So yeah. And, so if you have talents that you can share with others, do that. And trade services. It's a wonderful way to help each other out without having to spend a lot of money. I know we remodeled our kitchen when we bought this house. We have about a $20,000 kitchen remodel in our house. We spent about $3,000 because my husband's a plumber, and we put quartz countertops in and added 10 feet of cabinet space, uppers and lowers, with quartz countertops on that because I couldn't match the granite in my kitchen. I mean, I could have bought something similar, but I'm OCD and I would have noticed a pattern difference. It would have drove me crazy. So I pulled this creamy white color that was in my countertops out, and that's how I got the quartz to match the countertops. We got a slab, a 10-foot long slab, 3.5 feet wide, to go on top of our 10-foot long counter with a foot overhang on the end. We got that for $3,000, and the man we traded work for, he had just bought a new house that needed some plumbing work. My husband went and did the plumbing. He gave us the slab, which was off a 5,000 square foot home kitchen remodel, and it was the cutoff of an island, a great big huge island he had put in, and it was just perfect timing. And so we got that slab for I think it was $2,000 plus plumbing work. And my husband got a dune buggy out of it, which he turned around and sold for $1,000. So we came out pretty good. And we bought the cabinets and installed the cabinets and leveled them all ourselves because my husband was a contractor, a plumbing contractor, but did contract work too. So we had the means to do all that. So we bought oak cabinets and matched up the cabinets to what we had in the house already and did the whole thing. But it gave us the $20,000 value to our house, even though we only paid about $3,000 for about $3,500 for the whole kitchen remodel. And I found the backsplash tile. In fact, we need to finish doing the other side of the kitchen on sale at Lowe's. They were discontinuing, and there was 15 boxes, and I bought all of them for half price. So I just got really lucky when we did it. When timing's right. So it's a great way to do it. Now, moving on into this, the temperature right now is the Five of Swords. We feel like there's a lot of fighting going on. I don't think it's our fighting. I think this is political fighting. They keep on trying to take and take from us, but we're not going to stand for that. It's the win at all costs. And right now we're paying the cost, but it will turn around. Trust me, it will turn around. Where we're at is we're the Knight of Wands. We're charging forward. We're using our energy, our knowledge, our intuition, our creativity to make ends meet, to move our energy to where it needs to be as a coalition. And we will rise up and overtake this. Advice from Spirit is telling us, here's the Ace of Cups. Our cup will runneth over. We will succeed in this endeavor to move back into a society we want to live in, to overturn what's going on right now and to get it straightened out. And once that's done, our final outcome card will be that Ten of Pentacles. We will be successful. We will get our economy and our movement and our country back under control as we head towards midterm. So we have this to look forward to. We are going to make it. So it's just a matter of time. And keep your faith. You got to keep your faith, keep your energy positive. Don't allow yourself to go into that woe is me mode. Everything's bad. We're all working. We're all moving forward. We all know what direction we want to go in. And I've tuned out of the news this week. I just have had it. I can't handle the negativeness. And I'm a legal buff. I'm always on top of that stuff. But I needed a break. And so when it gets overwhelming, I got enough on my plate as it is. The way I'm looking at it, it's probably why it's feeling overwhelming, is because I'm trying to get my husband to work with me to get the house up for sale so we can move on. Of course, he thinks the longer we delay this, maybe I'll change my mind. Nope. He's been with me 20 years. I think he knows by now, once I've made my mind up, I'm pretty much done. It's hard to shift me back. Especially about something to do with life. So, but, I'm trying to stay on a good note, stay friendly with him. I don't want to leave in anger and negatively. I am not that person. I would rather leave as friends and respectfully, and, but that's, up to him. He's getting where we're talking again. So that helps. Okay, Cheryl, let's get to our readings here. And let me double check my PayPal. Okay. And Cheryl wants to know. Let me go back to my list here. I clicked onto your question. I can pull it up. I wrote it down. Come on, Mercury, let my mouse work. There we go. Okay. And Cheryl wanted to know, what do I see coming in her career? Okay. Let's go with all my decks are shuffled, so I'll shuffle them a few times, just going in. I find shuffling cards, it helps meditating. It's sort of a, what do we see coming up? Career for Cheryl. I'm going to do a line of 5, and then for the current, and then for the future, a line of 5 with underlying cards. So let's see where this takes us. The underlying card of the reading is Manifestation, the Magician. This is you manifesting what you want out of your career, your creativity, use of creativity with all that color, all that light. You're manifesting a creative way to express yourself in your career and your movement. You have got the Hierophant. You're using your knowledge, your power, your higher self, and everything that makes you you in this endeavor You're very qualified. So you do have changes coming. And I get the Eight of Pentacles. You're a very hard worker. So those are all great attributes. And an action card, the Action of Wands. You're getting out there. You're starting to get your resume brushed up. You're putting feelers out on different career paths, both within the place you work currently as well as outside. Don't leave yourself closed off to changing careers, because you never know. You might find something. Like I always say, put in for those jobs that you don't think you're quite qualified. You'd be surprised at how qualified you are, because we never give ourselves enough credit. Coming into this, you're working in partnerships. I've got the Lover card in the feminine. So you're working in the feminine energy. You know your abilities, your strengths. I don't see this as a relationship card in a love relationship. This is a partnership relationship with you and your new employer or your new positioning. You'll be working as a team player in a partnership with another person that you'll be moving towards your career. You have that strength of the High Priestess. You're using your higher self, your intuition, your knowledge, your experience to build on your career. So and you're ready to do that. And you've taken the time to reassess yourself, because I get to nostalgia card, and like this has been coming up a lot the last few weeks in our readings. This nostalgia card where you've taken the time to assess where you came from and how far you've come along, and realize that yes, you have really grown leaps and bounds, and you need to take credit for that in your life by assessing where you started and all your career paths as you're brushing up your resume, as you're looking at what you've been doing, and the steps you've moved and how you've promoted through the years through your career. This all makes you what that strong female, that strong energy that you have in your career. This is how you're going to sell yourself into that next interview, that next performance evaluation, brushing up on your resume and making it pop, making it noticeable. And always, if you've got somebody, a trusting person that is like in a management position that interviews, take a look at your resume for you, give you some constructive criticism on where to tweak it, what needs to be addressed. It's always great to have a second set of eyes look at that to give you some really positive reinforcement on what maybe you should pull out, what you should add about yourself, because it's really hard when you're writing your own resume to critique yourself in a positive light, because who's the worst enemy? We are our own worst enemies. So got to remember to sell yourself. You get the Four of Cups. You're going to have options and opportunities coming your way. Take advantage of all of them. Don't let anyone offer, even though your gut feeling might get, oh, I don't know if I could do that. I mean, it's a little bit above my skill level. So what? Put in for it. This is an opportunity for growth, career growth, personal growth. You may not feel you're into it, but you may have all the bells and whistles that lead you to that new growth. So don't let opportunity go aside. This is your time to be connected with oneness. This is your spiritual connection. Trust in yourself, believe in your higher power. These are the people that are guiding you. Your guides are around there helping you in that direction. Your spiritual connection is going to give you that energy, that umph, and that belief in yourself that you are ready for this. You're ready for those changes. You're ready for that advancement, and you've got this. As you move into the future, right now you're feeling a little left out in the cold. Believe me, you are not left out in the cold. You have got this. You just need to tackle it. It's time to move forward. And we move into the Nine of Pentacles. This is going to be financial advancement for you. So it's not only going to be a job change, but it's going to be a promotional change that you're going to get some higher wage now and building even more wages with time, because anytime we change jobs, we also change ladders. So it's going to give you an opportunity for more growth. I love these readings. So gosh, right in the center of the future portion of this reading is the death and rebirth. So it's an ending of one career path and the beginning of a new one. So I'm getting this. It's time to get out there, put those feelers out, do that career change, do that opportunity change or the career path change. It's time. So if you're looking at advancing into a different type of management or a different type of, something similar, but a new branch of your career, this is a great time for you to do that, Cheryl. This is going to give you justice, balance, moving forward. So, God, I love these cards. And you get the Spirit of Cups. That is the Spirit of Cups in this deck is that Page of Cups. This is going to give you that energy to go with the flow and move forward. It's a Pisces card. It's using your creativity, your experience, everything just to move forward as it goes. This job is going to allow you to create your own direction, so to speak. You're going to go with the flow and what management wants and how the direction management wants, but you're going to create your own path by doing that and use a lot of creativity in this. This is that creative energy flow going with you. So the cards look great. Yeah, it's time to make that change. It's time to brush up on those areas, and don't be surprised if you don't move up in the management trail if you're not already in it, into higher positions with more responsibilities. But you're going to create this position. You're going to be very creative, very your ability to use your skills to express yourself and to be creative in the way you take your department and your people. So these are wonderful cards. I love these cards. These are a perfect card for job change. So yeah, you've got it all going on there. So blessings to you, Cheryl. I hope that resonates. Let me know how it goes. So I sort of miss being in the competitive world of work. I'm retired though. I'm not going back. Those of you that are contemplating retirement, though, they're on that brink of making that decision or not. And I remember saying, just like everybody else, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself once I retire. Oh, it's going to be boring. No, I'm sorry. I have so much on my plate. I don't have enough time in the day to get everything done I want to get done with things I love to do. You'd be surprised at how little time you have to do all the things you love to do. It's a period of time in life where you can do all the things you wanted to do but never got to do, like travel and the artworks and the different things. And you can still go to work part-time if you want to, if that's if that's what fulfills you, or volunteer to yourself in areas that you didn't have time to do that before. But you keep yourself busy. I actually went out at 50 on a 51. I retired at 51 on a medical disability because my MS progressed really bad. But once I had quit working and restabilized it, it made all the difference in the world. And I haven't regretted it. I've been retired 10 years now. This is my 10-year anniversary. In fact, talking about anniversary, this is my 4-year anniversary on my YouTube channel. My anniversary date was 8/8, which is Lionsgate. That's the first day I opened my programming up after doing. I worked with several readers for about 4 or 5 years. I started doing the whole circuit of guest speaking with and reading with other readers before I finally got the courage up to open my own channel, which everybody encouraged me to do. And so I've been reading for about 8 years on YouTube, but 4 years on my own channel. And this is the first year I didn't do a Lionsgate program. I spent that day focusing on meditation and grounding myself and just trying to get myself out of that funk that I'd been in. And I thought Lionsgate was a perfect day to start refocusing on my direction because the veil's really thin. I meditated almost the entire day and working with my guys, just reorganizing what I need to do, what direction I want to go, what I need to do. I'm an overthinker as it is. I've got budgets worked out. I've got contingency plans for, if I get sick and I'm living on my own, what do I do? How much money do I need? What resources do I need? Things like that. And I've actually done the research in the area to make sure that I have services available and stuff. And of course there are. So, but it's better to be over prepared than not prepared at all. And I'm a personality type. I'm a control freak, so that's sort of second nature for me to be that way, anyways. And I've even got figured out how much money I need set aside in a emergency fund just in case I end up being transported to an out of the area hospital. And how do I get back home? If I'm sent by ambulance to one of the bigger hospitals outside of like to Baltimore when I live in Western Maryland, so how do I get back home? Probably leave the hospital, stay in a hotel for a day or two till I'm traveling, rent a car, and come back home and turn the car back in. Figuring they sent me there by ambulance, So yeah, I've worked out all that, and what it's going to cost to do that. Give or take, and just having the money available, at all times, having that emergency account that's just set aside just for those contingencies. Been a while since I've been, I was single for 30 years before I met my husband, and then we moved in together and we eventually got married. We've been married 15 years and we've been together 20. And so it's been a while, and I've always been extremely independent. I raised my daughter completely on my own. I had a lot of help from my mom, but I was a single mom. I raised her. I helped her through college, and before I got married, she moved home the year I got married. She finished college, 6 years of college, and she moved home. And I had actually kept my apartment because always have a backup plan. Hey, if this isn't going to work out, I got to be able to flee, and I had a house still. But I kept my apartment for 2 years when I moved in with my husband. I'm such a trusting person, aren't I? Hey, nothing's wrong with it though. My daughter moved home. She moved into my apartment. I paid the rent anyways. So I told her, you have a year. In 1 year, I'm going to close out the apartment. We'd been living together for 2 years by then. And I figured, well, I'm not going to leave, And so I gave her a year to rent free. I said, do whatever you need to do, get a job, have fun. You've been in college, do everything you didn't have time to do while you were in college, because she focused on the studying and not the partying side of college. Thank God. But that was the plan. And then when I kicked her out, oh my God, she about came unglued. She didn't really believe I would kick her out in 1 year. She went crying to her grandmother. What am I going to do? My mom said to her, well, how much time do you actually spend at the apartment? She goes, a couple days a week. She goes, well, what do you do? Where do you stay the rest of the time? She goes, well, I'm usually at this friend's or that friend's. She goes, so the nights that you would have been at home in the apartment, I got a couch. You're more than welcome to come and sleep on the couch. I don't have an extra bedroom, but I got a couch. Well, she did that for about 6 months, and then she came over and she was mad at me. She didn't talk to me for about 6 months. And she says, I'm leaving and I'm moving to Las Vegas and you can't stop me. And I said, I'm not going to stop you. You have a place to land. She had friends that had moved out there, and she moved in with them. She found a job and she got back on her feet, and she never came home. She met her husband about a year and a half later, and they've been together. They got married the year after we did, so they've been together 14. They've been together 16 years, and they've been married 14 years. And I don't see them breaking up anytime soon. They're very happy. And, so all is good. So we all have our own plans, and it's time for us to move forward is the way I look at it. Okay, the next person up that asked for a reading was Trend Zone. And I'm going to do the donation readings first. And I didn't see if you did you want a general Trend Zone, or did you have a question in mind? Please let me know, because I didn't see a question. Gerald, are you in the room? Okay, well, I'm going to do a general for you, Gerald, but if you do have a question, I will throw a question for you. All right. My room is feeling very warm in here. Doing 5 and 5 on my donation readings with the underlying. You get the action of Pentacles. Of course, you get Pentacles, Gerald. You always get Pentacles. This is you taking action on new opportunities coming your way. So I know you're still working, but I think you're feeling like you're considering retirement soon. But yeah, you have opportunities coming your way to make some money. So I get the 6 of Swords. You're moving to calmer waters. So as you work through your next contracts that you're putting together and stuff, you are looking for those jobs that are not going to be strenuous but are going to pay well. So maybe they're shorter routes, shorter teams. You do have the devil in your midst, somebody trying to suppress you or tell you how to do something or how to go about something. You don't need that devil around. You will make those own decisions yourself. You're going to take that leap of faith in something you believe in doing. You're going to follow your own heart, as you always do. Anybody that's trying to keep you tied up, bring you down, nah, you're not buying it. You're a no mess with me kind of guy. So we're coming into this reading now with the embellishment of cups. That is that Queen of Cups. This is that Queen of Cups that brings you abundance. It brings you strength, creativity. That's that feminine energy that allows you to be creative in what you do and endeavor. This is the ability to take care and nurture those around you that you love. It is followed by the 9 of Cups, the abundance card. And of course, you get the goose that lays the golden egg, don't you, Jared? You always have that abundance, that ability to make money, the ability to take care of yourself and those around you that you need to take care of. I do see a Lover card right in the center. This is the feminine card. In this one, I am feeling you are meeting somebody new. I don't know if you've been seeing somebody or if that's played its course and you've got somebody else coming into your life and into your focus. But this feels like a new love relationship or if you're with somebody currently, it is in the new stages and it's developing though. But this is beautiful. So always use love in your life. And you are moving into the Spirit of Wands. That the Spirit of Wands is that Page of Wands. That's bringing that creativity to you. That's that message that you're going to be using your creative endeavors to make things happen in your life. And you use the knowledge and your skills and your creativity to make new achievements. You also have the Spirit of Swords. That's that Page of Swords telling you to stay within your truth of yourself, move in your power, your strength, and your truth. It always works for you. It's how you make achievements in success in your life. But I don't have to tell you that because you already know those things about yourself. You have the embodiment of Pentacles. That's that Queen of Pentacles, that ability to financially stay above water, to keep yourself in financial success, and to provide for all your needs and the needs of those that you love and that you take on responsibility for. So you have that ability to bring that abundance of finances towards you. You are in you're moving into a period of time where you have an ending and a new beginning. I think this is in maybe you're changing some of the type of work or some type, the ability to get new contracts in your line of work, and get new opportunities your way. I think you're going to get a shift in what you're doing in that field, but it's going to make you money. You know how to make the money. So that comes right in the center of the reading. Coming into your future is serendipity. Everything's going to fall in place for you as usual. You have a tendency to have life just fall into place for you, and it's going to be good. Yeah, there you go. The dollars. Yes. Everything just falls into place. You know what you're doing. You have a strong creativity, strong financial radar. You know how to make money. You know how to get things done. And you're really good at going after it. You know your business. You know how to get it. You know how to present it. You know how to land those opportunities, and people trust you. So it's all in good. You have the 10 of swords that your ship's out there. You're getting that ship out there in that sunlight. You're not on the shore where things are amuck. You actually have the ability to get those jobs out there and get your shipping going, making it happen, getting through obstacles that other people are struggling. And of course, the final card, the Four of Wands, it's all in your foundation. Your creativity, your strength, you're in that light. You have the foundation. You've been working through this. You know what you're doing. I'm not telling you anything new. I'm not telling you anything Brenda doesn't tell you either. You've got this. So all good cards. Opportunities are coming your way. You're going to find those new contracts, land those new jobs. I think they're going to be on your terms. Maybe give you a little more time at home. On top of that, you make the money and fast trips and get it done. But I see everything falling in there. I don't even worry about this one little devil card that shows up, because I think you know how to handle that devil. You just don't, you don't take that kind of advice from people. You'll hear them out and you go, oh yeah, and then still do it your way, because you know your way is the way that works for you. That's where the money is. You will hear people out, but you've got a good sense of business, a good sense of right and wrong, and you don't need somebody to tell you what to do. You've got this. So blessings to you, Trend Zone, and let me know how things are going. I was sort of hoping that Sharon, I hadn't talked to her all week, and we had talked last week about her coming on with me, but I need to get a hold of her and talk, because both of our lives have been sort of chaotic. We're both Pisces, and we're sort of moving in some changes in our lives, which is sort of funny. Our birthdays are 2 days apart, 2 years apart, but 2 days apart. So, but you guys love us Pisces readers, water signs. Okay, I'm going to go back to the top of my list now, and let me get back up to the top of my list. Okay, Vivian. So we're going to read for. She was the first one in the room. So like I said, if you would like to make a $5 donation, it'll bump you to the top of the list, and it'll help me out. As soon as I'm off here, I'm going to buy a new compressor for my air conditioner. Believe it or not, I'm the one that fixes the air conditioner. So I am that tomboy. I figured, $20-$25 for the part, and I'll save $360 calling a HVAC guy to come in and overcharge me for just plugging in the compressor. It's really easy to fix. And I'll clean the vents and everything out while I have it torn apart. Had it refilled in Freon 2 years ago, so I know the Freon's not low in it, so I'm not worried about that. I love this. The underlying card of the reading is the life force energy. This is your connection. This is your life force energy, is the energy that connects you to the one, your higher source, God, so to speak, whatever, however you refer to it. I know some people get upset when you say God or whatever. So the one force, the one source, God, however you put it in your language, and the earth. This is what keeps you spiritually grounded with Mother Earth and with the higher deity. It keeps you focused in life. It keeps you grounded. You're a magician. You make your own direction. You can manifest anything you want. You're very creative. You're very energetic. You're very talented. So get out there and manifest. This is a great time of year. Our Lionsgate is still open. It will be open for numerous days this month. The veil is thin, and it's time to get those manifestations out. If you haven't started doing it, start doing it. If you want to pull some of my old Lionsgate videos, I have different manifestation techniques on several of the ones I've done in the past. Listen to those. There'll be links in there for some of the different manifestations that you can do and the grounding rituals you can do for Lionsgate, and to just getting in touch with your spirit guides and stuff during this period of time. The veil's very thin. So if you are, and I can tell you right now, everybody in this room has mediumship abilities or intuitive abilities of some sort or another. It is time to focus on sharpening those skills, connecting with your guides. This is a perfect time to do it. If you haven't tried doing it, is to start meditating and connecting with your guides, because the veil is so thin. This is the time when it's easiest to get that connection and to expand that growth in your abilities. So just saying. Okay. You have the Two of Pentacles. This is finding balance. You feel like you've been juggling things around lately, but you are finding that balance in life. So you're moving forward, and I love this. What else did we get? We got the Spirit of Pentacles, that Page of Pentacles, saying, yes, financially, money will continue to move in. It's not going to be fast, but it's going to be steady. So I love that. First card into the reading is talking about money or abundance. We've got the golden eggs here, that abundance. You will have abundance in your life. So if you're worried about how things are going, just realize that as you need things, that abundance will come to you. Abundance can be financially. It can be just resources, food, opportunities, whatever. Things will just keep falling in place for you. That's the type of abundance. You know, abundance can be all kinds of things. It's not necessarily financial, but as your needs are there, just out of the sky, they'll trickle down and they'll be made available to you. So I love this card. Center of the reading, you have the Action of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. He is a stable knight. He's not moving fast. The knight is on the horse that is not moving, but he's steady. He's ready. And he is telling you that your finances will be stable. So you have stable finances coming your way. And as you move through the waters with the final card, you have the Seven of Wands. I love this. It's the sharks floating around the water, and they are seeing the light. They are moving to that higher position. So you rise above it all, and you use your strength to do that. So as you move forward, you are using that shark strength to move to that light, to hold your ground and to rise higher. So blessings to you, Vivian, and I hope that resonates. Yeah, we've got a lot of Pisces around, don't we? We are just water energy. And I'm trying not to swim in circles. I was talking with a friend of mine, and I said, I've never felt so stuck in my life. I'm just feeling paralyzed. And it was just nice talking to somebody about it. And I said, you know what it is? My husband will not help me get the house put together. to get it back to get on the market. He's just leaving it dumped in my lap because he doesn't want to deal with it. And I said, this is such BS because I'm still healing from surgery. And they said anywhere from a year to 18 months to physically heal. And I've got to do all this too, And I finally sat down with him the other day and I said, I don't want to fight about this, but I need your help. And I said, because it's going to come to the point I just get so fed up, I walk away and the house goes in foreclosure because I'm tired of carrying it all. So if you wanted to go into foreclosure and just to lose everything, that's on you. But I really don't want to lose $100,000 of equity in my house, So, and I'm willing to give you 50% of it, right off the bat, So think about it. It's easy money for you, And I turned around and walked away, and he came back and later and talked to me about it. I'm like, well, you're right, Of course I'm right. You coming out smelling like a rose, dude. But anyway, so we're working on that. Yeah, it's closing a chapter for him, and he's used to living a life where everybody takes care of him, and he doesn't have to adult a lot. He's got a pattern of this throughout his life, and it's something I meditated on. What is it? What was the purpose of this? Because not only what kind of growth did I do, I need to learn the lesson of not being a caretaker to every single person in my life. I choose my care, who I care for, who I take care of. I'm not going to stop reading. I love doing this. It's a form of caretaking. I get something out of it. You get something out of it. But when you're in my marriage, it's turned into all I do is care for him. And when it was time for me to be cared for, the day I fell down and I couldn't take care of myself, I needed help. I found out he wasn't there for me. He didn't care. All he cared about me is getting home so I could make him the next meal, the next dinner, the next, And that was the straw that broke the camel's back, really. That was the day I said, I'm not doing this anymore. No, I can't. I can't. I'm suffocating. And I can't. I quit doing the things I love to do, my art, my quilting, I'm spending all this time taking care of him and not taking care of myself, which is why I always get the temperance card in every reading. It's that self-care, that remembering that self-care. Yeah, and the sandwich. Make your own damn sandwich. I don't know how many people have heard me say that live. He wants me to stop in the middle of a program to make him a sandwich. Make your own damn sandwich, Okay, anyways, thank you, Dean. Yeah, Dean's heard me come unglued a few times about the sandwich thing. Yeah, he really should have been there for me. I was pretty much on my own. And then he did that in front of my doctors in the hospital. He was on the phone with me, yelling at me on the phone. My doctor walked in. I'm just trying to get off the phone. He won't shut up. And my doctor, I hung up on him finally right mid-sentence. My doctor looked at me and he goes, you're really on your own, aren't you? You'll have a nurse when you get home. And he set up nursing care. Well, it ended up being just they came by and did wound changes and stuff like that. I didn't really need full-time care. After I was home a couple of days and could actually set up on my own, I was good to go. I could, as long as I can get up and go to the bathroom and wander in and warm up some soup or something, I was good. But I was supposed to be cooking it all. I wasn't supposed to be near open flames because I had all those wound vacs on me and they could catch fire. And I said, the hell with it, take care of me and not worry about it. But yeah, my doctor, when I went and saw him last week, he said, is he still in your house? And I said, yeah, he's still here. And he goes, you need to kick his ass out. I'm like, thank you, doctor, but let me deal with it my way because I need his help. But anyways, so we are reading 4. We just finished with Vivian. I'm getting lost here in my chattering. Okay, we are reading for Tammy Bambi. Let me give you one shot because I dropped a card. I didn't know who I was reading for. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not love. I think that part of our relationship is, it's not that we don't love each other. We are not in love anymore. There's a difference. I I don't hate him. I haven't got to the point. I mean, when he's pushing me there sometimes, but I haven't got to the point I hate. I don't want to be. I don't like to be negative. I would say let's part like my parents did as friends. We can still talk. We can still connect. We can. I just don't want to live with you anymore, and I don't want you moving in my backyard. And he thinks he should move with me and use my garage for his storage while he tries to find his own place, basically. So I find him a place to live. I said I really don't want you moving. I don't want to be responsible for moving your stuff. You need to figure this out on your own. If you want to move that direction, fine. Make a trip, find your place, get a hold of a realtor, have somebody help you. I'm not doing it for you, which is what he wants. So, anyways, for Tammy, I heard your reading, girlfriend, with Brenda. I sort of agree with her, but play it. Just let it play itself out. I think all is good. Oh, well, the first underlying card is the devil. So some of those colors I think you'll start seeing, not right away, but you will see them. You have the world on your side, though. You're in a transitional period of you're testing the waters for love and relationship. What is it that you want out of life, Tammy? And you're growing. You've got the world by thing. You don't have to make a commitment. You know that. Play it as you go. The 10 of Pentacles, you're going to be financially okay, stable. That happiness in your life. Cut strings that aren't serving you. So as you start seeing the strings getting pulled tight, if it's not working for you, it's time to sever that string and let it go. You move into this reading with the Three of Cups, celebrating, having a good time, enjoying yourself in this relationship for what it is. And just keep moving in that energy while it's working. If he starts showing other colors, then yeah, you know what to do. You're a strong woman. You won't. You've been there, done that. You don't need to be sucked back into a bad relationship. But as long as it's good, enjoy it while it lasts. It's a growing period. Right in the center of the reading, you get that Fool card. You're willing to take that step, make that leap of faith, and try new things and explore relationships with people that have come from your past and move back into your future. And it's a beautiful thing. And, just take that leap of faith that you know what you're doing. You're being guided and everything's a learning experience, but you don't have to go into the bad for it to be a learning experience. You can have a good learning experience. So trust in that. I get the Three of Swords. Yeah, you will feel a little bit of heartbreak when you decide to walk away from this relationship, but look at all the growth you had from it. You weren't afraid to try. You weren't afraid to put yourself out there again, and you'll get over it. This will be something that is not going to drag you down because you don't let it. When it's not working anymore, it's time to step away. You're a strong woman. You have grown so much in the last decade, and just keep on trusting yourself, trusting your knowledge. Your grandmother's there. She'll give you a little nudge. Hey, girl, time to wake up. So trust in your thing. Things are going to work out great, though. I still think you're going to be dating for a while longer before it fizzles out. So enjoy the time while you have it. You never know. Everything can always change directions for the good or for the worst. You never know. So you don't know until you get out there and try it. And of course, I'm never going to go into relationships again. Ha ha ha. I've already started foreseeing somebody I'm going to meet, which is weird because I'm really not interested in going into another relationship. I sort of like being single. I miss being single. So I just don't think I think I'm more like my mom. I'm just not a person that was meant to be in a marriage, so to speak. So yeah, blessings to you, Tammy. I know you've got this. And I'm just glad you're getting out there. And taking opportunities as they come along and enjoying it. So that's what it's about. That's what it's all about. And you know what? If somebody walks into my life, I might as well date. Not looking right now. I'm married still, so that's a line crosser for me. As long as I'm still legally married, I won't date. But you know, once it's all done and over with, if I meet somebody, why not? Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll find somebody that wants to actually wine and dine me, and camping isn't a good idea for a date. Yeah, Dean, you like being single. Yeah, I know you. He also likes being in relationships. Just you need that right one to come along. Dean, you're working on it. It's coming. Okay, next on our list. I'm trying to remember to go through these. Okay, is Kelly. I know Kelly's in the room. My deck upside down. Okay, first underlying card's that High Priestess card. That's being in touch with your higher self, with your spiritual self. You are on your right path. So you're following the path that you've intended to be following. And you get the action of wands. That is that Knight of Wands. That's taking action, moving forward, not being afraid of taking opportunity, using your creativity, your knowledge, and everything that leads you into prosperity. And you get the inspiration of Pentacles. The inspiration of Pentacles is who inspires us? Queens inspire us. That is you being able to create income, money. I know what you do for a living. You're very, very good at it. So that's your ability to do those sales, to do that moving, that creativity, to really get stuff moving and going, and you're taking charge of it. You're going into the reading with the Empress. Of course, you take control of what your destiny. You have that strength of an elephant, the brains of an elephant. You're bright, you're sharp, you remember, and you are connected with your higher power, your higher strength. And this is what makes you very good at what you do. And you are successful. You do feel sad once in a while. You've got that Five of Cups right in the center of the reading. A little bit of depression coming and going from time to time. I don't know if the market's slow right now or not, but don't worry. Work through that energy, and those things that aren't serving you, let them go. Cut those strings, cut those ties, and that depression will lift. Things will be moving in a positive forward. You've got the Lover card. This is your partnership, and I'm hearing this is your man, your love. You're together, and you're just moving forward together in life right now. It's great energy, and I see lots of prosperity with your relationship right now. That is definitely your love partnership. This is your significant other. I don't know if you guys got married or not, or if you're, but let me clarify that. Yes, Spirit of Swords. He is that Page of Swords. He's that fighter, that warrior. He's there for you. He provides you that strength thing. You get the Ten of Wands, the ability to move things forward, not let obstacles get in your way as a couple. You are on a great thing. And he brings balance into your life. When you were juggling before, you have balance. You find that balance. This is a great man. You're ready for marriage and babies. You know, I still, it's going to be a girl. Girl, it is going to be a girl. She's going to look just like you too. But I don't think it's soon now. I think it's a ways out. I'm not seeing like you're pregnant. No. I think you got a little time now. I think you get married and settled in before the babies start coming, but you're ready for it. You're ready for it. You've healed, and Spirit will bring them when you're ready for it. Get through the hard times of the now, and get past the midterms and the medical and all that stabilizing, becoming better available and established. So when you go through a pregnancy, you've got the care you need and the availability for care. Would be really nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's hard to lose siblings. And I have one sister, and I'm probably going to be the first to go of both of us. She's just too narcissistic and stubborn to go first. So. But yeah, I plan on living at least another 15, 20 years. Right, Brenda? Hi, Brenda. Thank you for the shout out today. Okay, and next up on our list is, it's so nice to see you in the room again, Kelly. You know, my mentor at work was, her name was Linda Shockley. So your energy, you have that same kind of energy she has. So it's got to be in the name. Well, she married, hers was a married name, but a wonderful woman. She taught me audits and just launched my career. Okay, next up is Marby. Yours is adopted. I don't know, it fits, you know. It fits you. You've got that Shockley energy, that strength that goes with that name. That I know, anyways. The underlying card of the reading, Marby, is that's Ten of Swords. That's you moving away from that disgruntled of that the shore. I don't know. It's hard to see this card because of lighting, but this is a shore. This is the what do you call it? The docks, and they're disarray. But your ship's out there in the light, in the water. So you're moving across the waters into more your strength. And I get the Lovers card. This is the masculine partnership. This is probably your significant other or a work partner that you're working with that has that male energy. This is you working in partnerships with others, though. And you're rising above. So yeah, you're moving into the light. You're rising above towards that light to higher ground. So it's giving you strength and movement in this card. And you're taking the time to look at nostalgia as you move through there. Where have you been? Where have you come from? And how you've got to where you are now. So it's beautiful energy. And this is getting you in touch with your higher self. I love these underlying cards. Very positive underlying cards. You're moving into this reading as the Queen of Pentacles, that or the King of Pentacles. This is that Midas touch card, as Brenda always says. That King of Pentacles, the ability to bring money, finances, security into your life. So that's that wonderful energy. Right in the center of the reading, you've got you're the emperor. This is the emperor of your own kingdom. This is being able to control your destiny and what happens in your life. This is in career, family, house, home, your spirituality. This is your strength, your connection to spirit, your ability to connect with your guides and to follow the instructions and go into a positive way. It is followed by the embodiment of cups. The embodiment of cups is that King of Cups. This is that king that brings creativity, abundance. This is that water energy, that ability to nurture those around you, to take control of how the abundance comes towards you in the direction which you flow. So I love these cards. Strong reading, strong cards. Beautiful energy, and you're in a growth period. You're not doing it alone. You're doing it with partnership with either your spouse or a in conjunction with a colleague with that masculine energy. You bring that feminine energy, that creative energy to the chart. You're moving up into higher waters. You know how you've got there, how much work you put get there. And that higher self, that's that creativity. There you are in the light. You're in that rainbow light, that tunnel, and moving forward. So I love these cards. It's beautiful energy, and it's full of success and great energy. Wow. I need some cards like this in my life. Need them showing a house that are all boxed up, ready to go. With a for sale sign, and no, a sold sign on the front lawn. Yes, I'm Brenda, I am seeing it. That's the part of I keep on seeing where I'm going. I need to see it completing on this end, though. Maybe I need to focus a little bit on the here and now, and I already know what I want for the future. So the here and now is what I need to focus on. Thank you, Brenda. I just got that from you. I don't know if you were thinking that or if it came to me with your name attached. I hear Brenda sometimes. Should probably. Yes, Brenda's right. I'm very much a visionary. I am a clairvoyant, clairaudient, claircognitive, and yeah, I can see things way in advance. Usually where I live, I will actually start dreaming about where I live and stuff before I actually find it. So I know exactly what the house looks like. Maybe I need to be foreseeing the soul sign on the front of my house. Hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, telepathy, Brenda. And you guys, when Brenda and I are working together, we're chatting in the background while we're throwing cards, and we're reading each other's cards as we go. It is the strangest things. We laugh about it behind the scenes, but it's the strangest thing when you're doing a reading, the other person's throwing the cards down, and you're literally reading the cards as they drop them. It's absolutely hilarious. So, next up is JR. And how are you doing, JR? I hope this is finding you well. Boy, it must be getting about 89 degrees in my office now. The sun's hitting this window. That's why I closed that blind, because I didn't want it shining directly on me. Because I'd look half black. Because the way the light hits this window, because we get the full direct western light. My house literally faces east, and this window's at the back of the house, and it's true west. And as the sun goes down, it literally is framed in this window right here. Wow. These are some crazy cards, JR. What's going on in your life? Okay. I'm going to read the cards before I read the underlying cards. I'm going to drop two more. I'm sorry. I got to drop some extra cards here for you, JR. I need to see where this is going. Okay. There we go. You're in a rough period of time, but you are going to be coming out of it. I don't have the AC back on, dear. The interior of my house right now is 89 degrees. It's 107 outside, and my AC went out yesterday, probably about 3 o'clock, the hardest part of the day. And I was like, oh, hope I get enough donations that I can buy a compressor. I have one in my basket, and I have to look. I need one more donation, people. I'm short. Anybody want to throw a couple dollar donation in? That'll help me get my compressor. I'll order it. It'll be here tomorrow. I would appreciate it. Hopefully I'll get paid tomorrow and then I won't have to worry about it. I'm right up on the end of my account. It's that time of the month I just hate. It's my short check coming in. So first month, all the big bills. This one's picking up everything that I didn't get taken care of, but it's pretty much gone already. I'm tired of carrying everything. Okay. JR, we come in this reading with the Lover's card. This is you working within partnerships with others. But watch out for these partnerships because I get the devil in the midst. This is somebody that's either going to try to lead you in the wrong direction, move you to suppress you, or to get you to do all the work, or just to control the whole situation around you. This isn't a true partnership. I'm feeling this is, and I'm feeling this is not at home. This is at work. This is something that, they're not working with you. They're working against you. They're causing you havoc and strain. And you need to stand on your own 2 feet, speak your own truth, stand in your own energy, because it's going to lead to a tower moment if you don't stand firm in what you believe in the direction you want to go. So if you're not in agreement with the direction this other person's wanting to go that you're working with, you need to stand up and speak out and speak your mind and say, no, I don't want to do it that way. I don't think it'll work. Be forward about it. That's the only way you're going to keep control of this. By doing that, this is going to move you forward. It gives you the Knight of Pentacles, the Action of Pentacles. You will be recognized for standing up and moving in the right direction. So allow that to happen, because this is going to set your future. That's why I needed to drop more cards. I wanted to know why, what's going on. How are you going to get this change? By standing up in your truth, in your strength, and not being talked into going along with the group. By standing up, you're going to avoid the tower moment. Yeah, you may have a few people pissed off at you that you aren't letting them control it, but you know what's right. Stand in your truth, stand in your strength, and stand up to it. It will bring you opportunity. It will bring you recognition. It will bring you growth. And this is, Action of Pentacles. This will lead you to money. This is not a fast-moving knight. This is a steady knight. He's standing steady, but he's standing firm. That's what brings that finances in. You have got the Ace of, or the Four of Swords, followed by that. That's you standing in your strength, your power, your foundation, your truth. Here it is telling you, stand in that truth. This is going to empower you. This is your foundation of knowing what is right for you. So I drew a full room. What's going to follow? That's the now. What's going to follow in the future from that? By doing that, it's going to give you that recognition with the Six of Pentacles, or the Six of Wands. This is usually that victory card. This is recognition in my deck, though, that those are camera flashes. You're getting recognized by your peers, by people around you, by management for standing up with what is right. Using your brains, your ideas, your creativity is going to bring you there. This is leading you into your full destiny on the Wheel of Fortune. So by standing up for yourself, knowing what is right and not going along with the crowd, but breaking away from those that are wanting to control everything, it's going to set you apart, and it's going to move you in the correct destiny that you need and that you deserve. It's where you're supposed to be. You get the Spirit of Swords. That is that Page of Swords, that you standing up. You have a message. You have that strength. You have that warrior power. And you're going to be able to take that and move forward in your career. You have the Four of Pentacles. It's telling you to hold on to what you have to now. Be frugal. But by being frugal and being firm and where you stand, holding on to what you've got, and that can include your integrity, this is going to give you financial success. If you save, you will gain. And where does it leave you at the end of the reading? It leaves you in the position of the Empress, using your strength, your your belief in your system, your belief in the higher power, the guidance that you've been given to move along, this is going to help you rise above. So blessings to you. Stand in that energy. Stand up for yourself, your beliefs, what you believe in. Don't follow the crowd when you know it's not right, that it's not going to be the right thing to do. Avoid that tower moment. By doing that, it's going to bring you prosperity and success. And then you're on your way. I love it. I love it. These are neat cards. I had to drop more. And my guys are saying, no, this is just the beginning of the story, because these were the first 3 cards. I was going to do a 3-card reading. I couldn't leave that unspoken. I needed to know what was happening, why, where's it going. That would have set your week off bad, but we had to get the rest of the story out here. So blessings to you. I'm so happy I dropped these extra cards because I like the direction it's going. So, the underlying cards. Oh, yes. I laid these out. I knew you were going to need these. This is going to find you justice and balance as you move through this period of time. It'll allow you to go with the flow into your career path, prosperity, success, with the Spirit of Cups. That's that Page of Cups moving you forward. This is my go with the flow, my swim with the tide. Ride the wave, because it's going to take you in the right directions. This gives you the action of swords. This is that warrior energy that you have, that you're going to stand up for your truth, stand up for your beliefs, stand up for what you know is right. And this is that take charge. Is a very good action card. That's where you're going to go. Very little obstacles in your way. You've ran around past the obstacles. Yeah, there may be a few out there lingering that would like to take target at you, but they're not lined up to get you. You're getting out there. You're that little baby turtle running towards that new world, that new ocean to go in that flow with, and you're going to make it. So believe in it. And what is it going to bring you? The 10 of Cups, prosperity, happy family, use of your creativity and success. So I love these cards. These underlying cards are telling you, stay in your positive energy, know where you want to go. Stand firm on what you believe in, what you believe is right, and it's going to take you to success. Where'd the rest of my deck go? I don't usually set it that far away. It's usually sitting right in front of me. Okay, gosh, wow, what a crazy reading, huh? Next up, Snow Wolf. We haven't talked in a few days. Catch up. He asked me the other day, why don't I ever read for him online? I said, because I know him so well, and I tend to read on him. I don't throw cards for him so much as I channel when we talk, just because that's our relationship. And I said, plus, I have to filter out so I don't say something that you may not want to share with the rest of the world. So, but I will read for you today. Okay, we're doing 3-card readings. Underlying card. Oh, the underlying card of this reading is the life force. That's your connection with spirit and earth. Being connected with spirit and earth, both your higher power and connection with Gaia. You're staying focused and connected with your spirituality. You have the inspirational wands, using your creativity to move forward. I love the butterflies, the transition that's in this fire, this color, this smoke, that creativity. This is that fire energy. He's an Aries. And yes, he is full of Aries energy. So you're in that period of transitional time where you're trying to make changes. It will go good. Right now, the 6 of Pentacles are there. You're being charitable with others, and you're also accepting charity by others. A personal relationship with a certain person that you're working with moving forward. And you get the World card, that transition card. So as we had discussed he's looking at selling out and buying some new land and stuff like that. And I do see that transition happening. It's something that we've been looking at, and he's been working on with this person. And I see it will happen. It's not happening as fast as they would like it to, but it will happen. Okay, we go into this reading. You're coming into the reading with the Wheel of Fortune. So you are on your life path. You're going in the right direction. So trust in that. What the heck? Okay. Oh, yeah, you have been. And I'm reading this. Like he's been working on some of the Lionsgate stuff. Absolutely. But that's something you've been working on for a long time. I hope you're connecting better. Through this period of time while the veil's thin, your connections seem to strengthen. That'll only help you move forward more. The center of the reading, I get the inspiration of cups. The inspiration of cups, of course, is the Queen of Cups. So this is that emotional side of you that is a little bit impatient at time, but you are using that emotion, that energy, that creativity to know what you want, to realize what you want, and to start to move forward in that energy. You get the Ace of Wands. That's that fire energy again. Of course, you're always going to get a lot of fire energy in your readings because you're an Aries. That is you taking action, using your knowledge, your abilities, your creativity to move forward. This is a positive yes card. This is, yes, you will be moving forward. You will be working towards that ultimate goal, that destination. It's going to take some time, I can tell you. And this is something we have discussed, but it will come to fruition. How soon? I'm not sure. I keep on seeing that within the next 6 to 12 months. And clarifying that, I get the Ace of Pentacles. Yep, you will find that property that will bring you that abundance, that joy, that financial stability in that purchase. It will allow you to rise above with the Seven of Wands. And you get to 3 of Wands. You're just waiting for your ships to come in right now to find that perfect property that's going to fit the needs. And be patient, keep looking. It is out there though, but yeah, this feels like it's that movement reading going that direction for you. So blessings to you, and we will talk soon. And next up we have, I'm sorry, I forgot to change screens too. That was Snow Wolf we were reading for. This is our last reading. Oh, I have Brenda too in the room, but I will read for Brenda. I didn't add her to the list, but she's been in the room. Dean. Hope you got your lesson plans done. I think school starts back up midweek next week. He's been setting up his classrooms and stuff. Doing the Kumbaya meetings, as we always call the first setup for your room and all the meetings and trainings and all that. And he's working under a new principal this year, so that'll be fun. Change of the guards, and I think he's going to really like that. And I keep on feeling like he's going to get an extraordinary class this year. He's teaching first grade for the second time, so he's got the change down now. And I think he's just going to have a really good class with no real problems. Students, they added another grade because this is the COVID baby. First group of the COVID babies going into first grade. And the kindergarten class next year that will be first graders is going to be a great, big, huge class. It's the same class that my grandson's in. The big baby boom from COVID, early COVID and late COVID, while people were stuck at home, masked up and locked in. We had a huge, huge baby boom. Nothing better to do, I guess, than to make babies while you're bored. I hear Dean laughing. Just what they need, more babies. Okay, Dean. I'm not even sure what direction this is going. Oh yeah, I like these cards. Okay, well, we're going into the meeting, into the reading with the Five of Cups. This is usually depicted with, 2 cups up, 3 cups down. This is a transitional card for you. It's not infighting. It's not anything. It's just change. Um, I contemplating where you're coming from, where you're going, where you want to go. And this is, you're not going to cry over spilt milk. You're just moving through relationships right now with people. You're trying to find somebody that fits that bill. And, you're not going to cry over the spilt milk. You're just ready to move forward if that's the way your love life's going. But, you're getting out there. That's all that matters. Center of the reading, you have that 9 of Swords. Now, this haunts you a little bit, but I don't think it's really keeping you up at night. I think you've already made your decision on what you want to do and which direction you want to go. Right now, the focus is back into school. Once you get that under your belt, then you'll decide where you want to go from there. If you want to pursue more relationships or wait a bit, that would be up to you. You do have the 7 of Pentacles, though. You reap what you sow. So if you put those fillers out there and continue to meet people, go to events, go to, get involved with other things besides just school, you're apt to just find somebody, meet somebody when you're not looking. So always be open to that. Mary Lloyd, I will add you to the list too. So be open to finding new, meeting new people, and don't be surprised if you don't meet somebody that just sparks your interest when you're not even looking for somebody, because that's how you meet people. The right ones come along when you're least expecting it. The underlying card of the reading is that six of Wands, that victory card, that card of recognition. We've already gotten recognized once this year as helping a new teacher, a brand new first-year teacher, helping her, guiding her in her first year of teaching and setting up her classroom. So that is wonderful recognition to get recognized that you have the ability to get to help a teacher out. So I love that. You're letting go of things that aren't serving you. So if a relationship's not working, or if some technique in teaching isn't working for you, you're letting go. You're trying new things. So keep up the great work there. You will find that balance by doing that, following your heart, following your know-how and what you need to do. And that balance will just naturally balance for you, and you'll get that justice you deserve. You're using your higher consciousness and your connection with oneness, the two big cards in this reading, connecting right back to home. The creativity, that connection to your higher self, that connection to the divine that's guiding you. This is leading you on that path. It'll lead you more than just in career. It'll lead you in your personal life too. And all is good in love and war. So I think things are going in a beautiful direction. Just take it easy. Get out there. Keep yourself busy. Get involved with the things that you're getting involved with. I think you're going to meet somebody through that venture and have a lot of fun doing it. Doing some of that charity work and stuff like that. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, you're young. It's time to get out there and have fun and get involved too. So blessings to you, Dean. We'll talk later. It's weird not having you read with me. Next up, we have, I'm just going to switch over to my other screen here. I have Brenda. Yeah, Brenda says it won't be long. You're back in the grind at school. Yeah, I think it's Wednesday next week. He meets his new class. I feel like he's going to have a great class, though. Except Brenda, what's coming up for you this week, Brenda? My guides are saying She's doing 1,000 readings. Reading. Busy. I loved your chat with Anne today about shuffling. That's one complaint I haven't had is people telling me I need to shuffle or whatever. And the funny thing I thought about the whole thing was if we literally found the cards out and were selecting individual cards to pluck a reading for somebody, it would actually take more time than just randomly throwing the cards. I think the concept is absolutely hilarious because you would have to really think ahead of you. Well, one, you'd have to know the client you're reading for, and two, to take the time to go, yeah, this card would be what I would, it takes more time thinking that process through than just letting spirit throw the cards down. I always call the ones that drop out of the deck the jumpers. They want to be heard. That's why they jump out of the deck. I always read them unless I've dropped the cards because I'm just being clumsy. Yeah, and I need to figure out that poker shuffle you do. I think that's what Libby calls it, the poker shuffle, where you lightly feather the cards out. I haven't managed to get that technique down, but yes, my hands hurt too. I have osteoarthritis, so. Okay. The card reading, underlying card of the reading is the Ace of Wands. Boo, go girl. Always take charge. Empower yourself. You're working in your creativity, your knowledge, your free spirit. Of course, it's not a water card. It's a fire card, but you're full of fire energy. But it's followed by the water card. Of course, the Ace of Pentacles. I always call this a water card because it's got our fish on there, our koi fish holding that coin up. Yeah, it may be a pentacle, but it's bringing us that Pisces energy along with it. You're in that moment of awakening or helping other people awaken. And my guides are saying, yes, you are our catapult to helping people awaken, be connected with their higher self, their spiritual connection. And you get the action of swords that you're that warrior, that truth speaker, that person that's always bringing the truth forward, the speaking the truth, bringing it to everybody's forefront. And of course, you're waiting for your ships to come in with the Three of Wands. Of course, those are all happening positively. We're coming into this reading with this Ten of Cups. That's how you're pure Pisces there. You're in your light. You're in your rainbow, your creativity, your strength. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're delivering the message. You're spreading the love. You're doing the work that you meant to do. And it is bringing you prosperity. It's bringing you joy. It's bringing you love and light. And you're just full of this energy. It is followed by the Two of Cups, working with partnerships of others to deliver your message to the world. You're a great partner to work with. All of those that us have the opportunity to work with you, we are so blessed to have you as a friend and to work with you. So I want to say that. And a big shout out. She does Reiki. She does readings. Go connect with Brenda Tarot card readings, and for any other services, her prices are very reasonable, and she's just a beautiful soul. If you haven't had a reading from Brenda, get one. I highly recommend it. The final card is the embodiment of cups. That is that King of Cups. That's your water energy. There's your Pisces card. That's that abundance, that pure Pisces energy that you lead life in. Your knowledge, your creativity, your spirituality, your gifts that God has given you. You are a king in that regard, not just a queen. You've got it totally under control there. So blessings to you, Brenda. I love the cards for you. And then the last person I'm reading for today, and we're going to be just at the 2-hour mark. Is Mary Lloyd, who came into the room right at the last minute, but I am picking her up on the reading. I've read for Mary in a long time. said she needed to step away. Did she send me PayPal? Oh, yes, she did. Oh, thank you, Mary. That's wonderful. I don't know if she's made it back in the room. If you can hear me, Mary, did you have a question? Or Brenda, did you see her post a question? I'm going to slide up and see if I find one. If not, I will do a good general. I'll do a full reading for her. She can always catch it up on the replay. It'll be the last reading in the show. Oh, just a general reading. Oh, she's back. Okay. Well, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. I am going to, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go order my compressor. If I get it ordered now, I will have it by noon tomorrow before it gets so hot and I can get that changed. I'm not going to let my husband do it. I'll take care of it myself. It is supposed to be, it's 107 today. Said it's going to feel like 110. And it's going to be that hot tomorrow. It's going to be supposed to be 108 tomorrow. So we're in August and September, the two hottest months in the Central Valley of California. This is harvest time. Those of you that can see the moon. In fact, we had a fire on the 9th up in the foothills. It was the Rocky Hills. Our moon was blood red. I mean, blood red. Not orange. It was red. And it was the harvest moon. So it's right now, the harvest moon is a super moon. It's when the moon moves closest to the earth. That's what always happens in August. Harvest moon, Lionsgate, all lines up together. It's at close proximity to the earth and the moon, and the veil gets thin. And that's why we're so connected with the universe. Is it all opens up. It's all in a tight alignment. And so it opens that energy up. So we've got the harvest moon going. The full moon went active at 3:55 a.m. on the 9th, the early mornings of the 9th. And it will be full again tonight. So if you have stones and crystals and things like that you want to charge, if you have cards and stuff and you're dry in your area, time to recharge your cards. It'll cleanse your cards. Put your cards out there. Put your list of fruition, what you want coming in the future. Make a list, write it down, put it out there. I always set my list and then put my crystals and stuff on my list to amplify that energy as it charges, and I put that out in the universe. If you want money and abundance coming towards you, don't just ask for abundance. See the dollar sign, write it down. I did that one year, and I said I would like $1,500 to just trickle in somehow 2 or 3 times a year. And that year I got 4 payments about once a quarter. All of a sudden I got money, $1,500 from this, that. It was all money. It was due to me somehow, but it wasn't money I was expecting. And it trickled in. It was the strangest thing. And I was just like, wow, I need to do that now. I need to put how much I'm going to make on my house thing out there. I'll do that tonight. Get that energy out there, that fruition with that soul sign. I got to see the positive on this side before I can just look at the future. I can see what I'm going to. I just need to get this side finished. So I need to focus on the finishing so I can start my new beginning. I'm good at giving advice to other people. I'm not really good at giving myself advice. It's hard to, most readers can't read for ourselves. So if I threw cards, it would just come out gobbledygook. Wouldn't make a sense to me. And if I took a picture of them after whatever's in those cards come to fruition, I can go back and I see exactly what the cards meant. But when I lay them, it won't make any sense. It will just be gobbledygook. And I've done the grand tableaus on myself and ended up waiting a year, going back and seeing if what came out of them happened, and they do, but I couldn't read them when I threw them. And that's at the Lenormand. So I don't do the Lenormand publicly much because it's extremely time consuming, and I'm not as good as like Becca from House of Lenormand. If you want a Lenormand reading, that woman knows what she is doing. She can read Lenormand inside and out. Highly would recommend if you want to. I don't know what she charges for readings, I would love to have her do mine. She's crazy brilliant with the Lenormand cards. Okay. Let's see, Mary Lloyd. I'll mix Lenormands up with other cards and do short readings, but I won't do the big grand tableaus. They can take sometimes days to decipher. There's so much, they're so loaded with information. Okay. Now I know why they told me to stop, because this devil card wasn't meant for you. I hear my guides talking to me when I'm dropping cards. I was just pulling cards off the bottom of the deck. They're like, nope, stop. When I started to set the card down, I saw that devil and I was like, oh, yeah, that wasn't meant for you. Okay, well, we're coming into this reading with the Spirit of Cups. This is that Page of Cups. He's telling you to go with the flow, work with the current that's currently moving. Is putting you in the right direction. But right in the center of the reading, you're experiencing a little rainy gloom and doom, a little bit of depression. You need to work through what's causing that depression. Let it go if it's not serving you, or work through that energy and then let it go. Because you're moving into a very positive direction. Sometimes we just have a little shadow work to do to work through so that we can move forward. But don't let it get you down into a deep depression. You need to realize that this is just a small obstacle. It's something that you're working through your inner self. This is something from your past that you're working through. It's not something that's in your present. And it's time to just stop, look at it for what it was. Say to yourself, what lessons did I learn from this? How is it going to help me move forward in life? Not how is it holding me back. Don't look at the negative sides of things from our past. We look at the positive, how it's going to help you not create that obstacle again. Bring it to your awareness. Know that whatever triggered that is no longer serving you. You can let that go and take that lesson moving forward so that you know how to avoid getting yourself in that situation again. That is, my mom always says, every time my mom always said, because I always looked at, doom and gloom, no, she says, for every bad thing that happens to us in life, we learn something from it. What positive thing came of it? And that's what pulls you out of that depression. What positive did you learn from it? What lessons do you learn that you're going to carry forward so you don't repeat the lesson, have to learn the lesson again? When we don't recognize the lesson we've learned, we're apt to repeat it, aren't we? Just saying. This is followed by that Four of Pentacles. Be frugal right now. Money seems tight. The economy seems really tight right now. So only do spending where spending's needed. Hold on to what you have. So if you ever have a need for something that comes up, an emergency or something like that, you do have the resources to tap into it. Like I said, though, part of being frugal is when you're going grocery shopping, pick up that extra bag of beans, an extra can of this or that, just to keep your cupboard a little bit more prepared than usual. But don't go crazy doing it. Just a few extra items in your cart. You're not going to notice a difference in price. You'll be glad you did it in the future. And that may save you from having to spend more money next month on groceries or whatever. So trust in the process. You are working right now. You're waiting for your ships to come in. These are the underlying cards. You get the Three of Wands. So you're standing at the shore. You're waiting for your ships to come. They will be coming in. Trust me, because that is followed by that Ten of Cups, that abundant, that happy family, that creativity that gets you there, that moves you into that beautiful direction. And this is going to lead you into happiness and fulfillment. It is also followed by this Ace of Swords, that truth, that prosperity, that warrior energy that allows you to be successful. So know that you are moving in the right direction. You're coming out of a little bit of a slump that you're working through things, but you're going to come out wonderfully, and you're going to move in a much, much more positive way in your future. No negative cards coming forward. Just that center card there, that's just something you're working through. Learn that lesson focus on what it was that you've learned so you don't repeat it. And then you're back on your way. You're back on track. So I love these cards. Blessings to Mary Lloyd. I hope that resonates with you. I want to thank everybody for the donations today. It's been so helpful. I really do appreciate it because I am going to go online, order my compressor. Should be here by midday tomorrow. I will have it in my air conditioner. I took electronics and stuff like that in high school, so all that stuff is just second nature to me. So I know how to fix it. I've done it before. It's a real easy fix. And it will save me about $360 by just buying the part, not having to call Mr. HVAC guy out to charge me for his services and charge me. Because the first time we had it done, it was $360, but they chopped off the compressor. It wasn't just the compressor at that point in time. There was other problems. The whole air conditioner was under warranty, so we got a full service package on it. It would have been $306, but it was all under warranty still. But he told us what it would have cost us, and we had to pay just a simple service fee. I think it was like $90. We got really lucky, and they replaced several parts in the thing. But he told me that compressor will go out every couple of years. So when the heat stops working, he says it'll make this sound. Yeah, it did the whole 9 yards. It went out a year ago. In fact, the last time I bought the part was July of last year, and it's not unusual for that compressor to go out. I don't have enough Freon in the tank, but yeah. So it's an easy fix. It's like a $15-$20 part. It snaps right in. I just power off the breaker. It has its own breaker, so I can shut the whole electricity off, ground the part, pull it out, put the new one in, and I'm good to go. Take me about 5 minutes to get it in, right in the middle of the hottest part of the day, of course, when the sun's shining on my back. But yeah, I just have to unscrew one panel on that, and while I'm out there, I'll blow the filters and everything out, so it'll be nice and clean, and we'll be good to go. And won't be suffocating. It was hard sleeping last night because I opened all the windows up last night when it finally cooled down into the 70s. I opened up the house so the house would cool off. Since I'm not sleeping in the master bedroom anymore, I only opened my side of the house. The other side didn't get cool off. But I'll remind my husband, he used to open the cross ventilation windows so the whole house cools down because it's made the house hot today. So me being a little snitty, I'm paying for it now because my office is right next door to the master bedroom. So it's in the center of the house. So it's pretty warm in here. So I'm going to let everybody go. It's a beautiful day. I don't know about what time it gets dark in your neck of the woods. I'm in Central California. We don't get dark until about 8:30 here. Believe it or not, I used to live up in Northeastern Washington, right on top of BC, like 10 minutes from BC. And our summer evenings would last until almost 10 o'clock at night, which was crazy. It's great though, because you can work all day and you get off at 5 and you still got 5 hours to play. So when we were working, we would, grab the boat and go out and go water skiing or go out to the quarry and go swimming. You had all that time, and I loved it. I loved living up north. So those of you that are fortunate enough to live up into Canada and North America, you have those long summer nights. So enjoy that weather. You still have half your evenings still here. Those of us who live down south towards the border states, the other border, your days are a little shorter, but you still have that wonderful, unbelievable heat, especially if you're in the South United States. Very hot this time of year. Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, they're all hitting these record 100 plus degrees right now. Stay cool. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Have a great week. And I will see you next weekend on Sunday at 2:00. And blessings to everybody.